Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hare Bol. So today we have joined for our English class. So, so we'll start with our prayers. This is Bhakti Tattva Viveka Maharaj book. This one is Manaswami Maharaj has translated this Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's book. This is about analysis of the nature of Shuddha Bhakti. Okay, so this book today we will be studying. We'll start with our prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we will pay our respectful obeisances for our Bhaktivinoda Thakur and please take his blessings. We will offer these flowers for this Bhakti Tattva Viveka book as well as for Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So we'll start to go for our garden to pluck flowers. Okay. So nice, beautiful roses. Again, we will go. You can take a big basket. So much full of roses are there in different colors. We can pluck it and come. Okay, so nice flowers. So we can pluck all these flowers. Can you see? Very beautiful yellow color flowers. And then pink color roses. And then this is light pink color roses. And then this is one more color roses. And this is yellow, lemon yellow color roses. So all varieties of flowers we can pluck and we can offer for our Bhaktivinoda Thakur and for our Shastra. And then we'll go for our Gaur Nitai. So for Gaur Nitai, we will offer these flowers and we will take their blessings and not only blessings, we will take their all mercy. We can see the tears coming from their eyes, all the prema of them is coming out as tears. So we will beg them for this wonderful prema. Okay, so. Okay, so nice flowers. So we can offer all these flowers for Gaudita's lotus feet and then for Panchatattva's lotus feet also and get their blessings to get prema in some lifetime. So now here nice lemon kesari is there, orange kesari is there, so that we can offer for them. And with Manjari Tulasi, we can offer this for Radha and Krishna, and then for Gaunita, and then we can offer this for our Guru Parampara Gurus. Okay, so here we go for Radha and Krishna. For Radha and Krishna also, we have nice flower garden. We are going for a nice flower garden. Nice flowers, no? So we can offer these flowers for Radha and Krishna, and then take their blessings, and then we will go for here one more Radha Krishna. They are in their pastimes. So here Radha and Krishna are there in full moon in Yamuna. They are taking bath. So we can offer this beautiful boga plate for them. So there is idli, papad, then no, this is rice, papad, savory vermicelli, payas, and then some tamarind, what to say, that is tamarind sambar, chutney, and sambar rasam, and this is one type of chutney is there, then bhaji is there, some beetroot sabji is there, so many varieties of one more aloo fry is there, so many varieties with mortar, everything is in a nice arrangement. So we can offer all these things for Radha and Krishna very lovingly. Put it in a very nice banana leaf. Okay. Now, here we have our beautiful Radha and Krishna. They are looking so beautiful. So we are going to cut some mangoes for them. So this Radha and Krishna, can you see, they are so beautiful. So now we'll make this picture small. Then only we can see this nicely. This. Okay. Now we will make it big and we will see what is this. So nice mangoes. And these mangoes are sour, so we cannot eat much. But at least with this with this salt and that mirchi powder, we can eat a little bit. So next, we can go for our Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. For him, we have very, very nice, wonderful cake. So this is a very beautiful cake. We can offer this for our Radha and Krishna. And then this cake we can offer for the Guru Parampara and then for Srila Prabhupada. Okay. And now we have some beautiful flower arrangements for Srila Prabhupada, a flower arrangement of fruit arrangement for Srila Prabhupada, which we can offer this very lovingly for Srila Prabhupada. We can make it a little bigger, display it also, so we can see it nicely. Nice arrangement, no? So beautiful. So we can, one more time, we can see this and we can offer this very, very lovingly for our Srila Prabhupada. Very nice, no? All the fruits are very nice fruits, and it will be very nice for Srila Prabhupada to have these fruits, very nicely cut fruits. Okay, so we can very lovingly offer this for our Srila Prabhupada and then take his blessings. And now we go for Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet, for Prabhupada's lotus feet. We have Pada Puja now. And for the Pada Puja, we are going for a very big garden. And it is a valley full of flowers. So there we are going. So, and to pluck flowers today, we are going for a valley, mountain valley. So nice flowers, we can pluck all the flowers. Okay. So nice flowers we can offer for Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. And then for our His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj ki jai. So we have macaroni today to offer for Srila Radha Krishna, and then for Srila Prabhupada, and then for our His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj. So this macaroni with olives, can you see the olives? And then paneer. So the macaroni has been done very nice with paneer and olives. So we can offer this for our Maharaj, His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj, and then take his blessings. And now here we have one apple, cut apple for Maharaj. I don't know what they are going to do with this apple. Just we'll go and see what's there. I think they must be cutting it into a nice shape, just like yesterday. Okay, now we'll go. Very nice apple. Very nicely cut apples. Very beautiful, wonderful cuttings. Can we see one more time how they cut this? Nice. Very nice. So Maharaj will be liking this. So it's a perfect offering for our Maharaj. Okay. So with love and devotion, you also offer this perfect offering of an apple for our Maharaj and take his blessings. And now for Maharaj lotus feet, to do the Pada Puja, we will go for the rose garden. Just a minute. One more time. Nice flowers, no? Wonderful flowers. So these roses, you see, so such a wonderful color and beautiful color and mm, so many petals are there. You can see, no? Very nice. Okay, so we will offer all these flowers for Maharaj lotus feet, and then we'll go for the class now. So yesterday we did all this. Okay. Yesterday we did all this. First we'll go through that yesterday's yesterday's question answers. What is Anugatya Dharma? Anugatya Dharma is called Bhakti. So what is Anugatya Dharma? Anugatya Dharma means it is Bhakti. What is the nature of Anugatya Dharma or Bhakti? Anugatya Dharma's nature is to be obedient to the Lord. So now here we have to put one is. So Anugatya Dharma's nature is, the nature of this Anugatya Dharma is to be obedient to the Lord. Next, what is the Jiva supposed to do when he arises from Krishna's Jiva Shakti or Tatasya Shakti? The Jiva is supposed to accept the nature of obedience to the Lord. This is what is important. We have to accept the nature of obedience. We have to become obedient to the Lord. Obedient means, what is that obedient? Obedient means to listen to the Lord, not to say, oh, I know everything. This is not the way to behave with Guru and Krishna. So we don't know anything. They know everything because we are very, very little in front of them. So So that's why the jiva is supposed to accept the nature of obedience to the Lord. What does this bhakti? What does this bhakti to the Lord do? This kind of anugatya dharma, this particular bhakti, what it will do to the Lord? What does this anugatya dharma or bhakti to the Lord do? If we perform such kind of bhakti, what it will do? Bhakti allows the jiva to see with spiritual eyes the incomparable beauty of the Lord. If we do this anugatya dharma or bhakti to the Lord, then the jiva will be given a spiritual eye. The jiva can see with spiritual eyes the incomparable beauty of the Lord. Then only the jiva will be given the spiritual eyes with which it can see the Lord. This is the fourth question. Then fifth question. Can jnana touch the beauty of the Lord? No. Jnana and yoga cannot touch the beauty of the Lord. Because if one applies jnana to Bhagavan, that entity became devoid of name, form, qualities, and activities. It becomes an entity of negation. So, can jnana touch the beauty of the Lord? No. Jnana and yoga cannot touch the beauty of the Lord. Here we are only telling that we are talking only about jnana, so we will remove this yoga here. No, jnana cannot touch the beauty of the Lord. Why? Why? Because this jnana to Bhagavan, if we apply jnana to Bhagavan, Shri Krishna, then that entity becomes devoid of name, form, qualities, and activities. So then Krishna doesn't show his name, form, qualities, and activities for the person who wants the Bhagavan, Krishna, to become without form, qualities. So that entity becomes an entity of negation. There's nothing there. Then can yoga touch the beauty of the Lord? No. Because if one applies yoga to Bhagavan, that Bhagavan becomes quickly hidden in the material universe and becomes perceived as Paramatma. So if we apply yoga to Bhagavan, then Bhagavan becomes very quickly hidden in the material universe. Okay. So material universe and becomes perceived as Paramatma. Okay. Next. Bhakti is a very pure entity. Bhakti never allows Bhagavan to be destroyed. If that destruction is sometimes seen, Bhakti cannot tolerate it. Bhagavan is realized as a Madhurya or Aishwarya, but Madhurya realization is superior of the three manifestations of the Lord. The manifestation of Bhagavan is a goal of Bhakti, but there is difference in the manifestations of Bhagavan. Okay, so now we have to study this page. So now this page we have to study, which we will study with going through each and every line. Okay, now first we will make the workshop. Bhakti is a very pure entity. Bhakti never allows Bhagavan to be destroyed. If that destruction is sometimes seen, Bhakti cannot tolerate it. Bhagavan is realized as Madhurya or Aishwarya, but Madhurya realization is superior of the three manifestations of the Lord. The manifestation of Bhagavan is a goal of Bhakti, but there is difference in the manifestations of Bhagavan. There are so many things they are giving. So let us, first of all, let us make it as points. First of all, we'll make it as points. Bhakti is a very pure entity. What is Bhakti? Now we'll ask question. What is Bhakti? What is Bhakti? Or how Bhakti is defined? Bhakti is a very pure entity. Oh. How Bhakti? What is Bhakti? Bhakti is a very pure entity. Or we can also ask this question like, or how is Bhakti defined? How is bhakti defined? Okay. What is bhakti or how bhakti is defined? Okay. So for this question, what is we had 6 questions now. Now we'll make it a seventh question. Seventh question. Okay. Then bhakti is a very pure entity. Bhakti never allows to be destroyed. Ha. Bhakti never allows Bhagavan to be destroyed. If that destruction is sometimes seen, Bhakti cannot tolerate it. Bhagavan is realized, okay, this is all for this. This is seventh question. Then eighth question. What is Bhakti or how Bhakti is defined? We can tell. What is Bhakti? How Bhakti is defined? How is Bhakti defined? How Bhakti is defined? Bhakti is a very pure entity. Bhakti never allows Bhagavan to be destroyed. See, such wonderful words Maharaj is giving. Bhakti never allows Bhagavan to be destroyed. Bhagavan means one who is with form, name, qualities, pastimes. Bhakti means it will never allow Krishna to be without name, form, qualities, and pastimes. But if that destruction is sometimes seen in bhakti, then bhakti cannot tolerate it. That means if we reduce this name, form, qualities, pastimes of Krishna a little bit also, then that can never ever happen with bhakti yoga, because bhakti Devi cannot tolerate it. Bhakti Devi can only happy only when Krishna is complete with his name, form, qualities, and pastimes. So if that destruction takes place to a little amount also, Bhakti Devi cannot tolerate it. So now we can tell Bhakti Devi. So then we will understand now Bhakti Devi cannot tolerate it. If that destruction, Bhakti never allows Bhagavan to be destroyed. How Bhagavan to be destroyed means what is that? That is his name, form, qualities, pastimes are destroyed. If it is destroyed or reduced, Bhakti Devi cannot accept it, tolerate it. Okay, next question. Bhagavan is realized as Madhurya or Aishwarya, but Madhurya realization is superior. How Bhagavan is, how Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Bhagavan is realized. How Bhagavan is realized? How Bhagavan is realized? Bhagavan is realized as Madhurya or Aishwarya Bhava. In which Bhava Bhagavan is realized? Aishwarya Bhava, Madhurya Bhava. How? In which Bhava? How and in which Bhava? In which Bhava Bhagavan is realized? Which Bhava Bhagavan is realized? Bhagavan is realized as Madhurya, as in Madhurya Bhava, as in Madhurya Bhava or Aishwarya Bhava. Madhurya Bhava or Aishwarya Bhava. Or Aishwarya Bhava. But Madhurya realization is superior. Okay? But Madhurya realization is superior. That's all. This is the answer for this question. Of the three manifestations of the Lord, okay, of the three manifestations of the Lord, The manifestation of Bhagavan is the goal of bhakti. Goal of bhakti. What is the goal of bhakti? See, these questions what is the goal of bhakti? What is the goal of bhakti? Goal of bhakti is to realize Krishna as goal of bhakti. Of the three manifestations of the Lord, the manifestation of Bhagavan is the goal of bhakti. Okay, but there is a difference in the manifestations of Bhagavan. But there is difference in the manifestations of Bhagavan. What are the different manifestations of Bhagavan? There is difference in the manifestations of Bhagavan. What are the different manifestations of Bhagavan? What are the different manifestations of Bhagavan? It's the 10th question. The manifestations of the Lord in the place revealing full power of the Swarup Shakti is Narayana, the Lord of the spiritual realm. The manifestation of the Lord in the place revealing full sweetness of the Swarup Shakti is Krishna. See, what are the different manifestations of Bhagavan? The manifestation of the Lord in the place revealing full power of the Swarup Shakti is Narayana, the Lord of the spiritual realm. This is one Aishwarya Bhav. This is Aishwarya, spiritual realm. Aishwarya. This is Aishwarya Bhav. This is Aishwarya Bhava. This is Aishwarya Bhava. The manifestation of the Lord in a place, in a place revealing full, in the place revealing in a place, if we put like this, it will be easy for you. In a place, and the manifestation of the Lord in a place revealing full sweetness of the Swarup Shakti is Krishna, is known as is Narayana, is Krishna. This is Madhurya Bhava. This is Madhurya Bhava. Okay. What are the different manifestations of Bhagavan? The different manifestations is Krishna comes as Bhagavan in Aishwarya Bhava and in Madhurya Bhava. So the manifestation of the Lord in a place revealing full power of the Swarup Shakti is Narayana, the Lord of the spiritual realm. The manifestation of the Lord in a place revealing full sweetness of the Swarup Shakti is Krishna. This is Madhurya Bhava. So we got both the things, no? One is one Bhagavan form we have in two different manifestations of Bhagavan. One is in Aishwarya Bhava and second one is in Madhurya Bhava. So when Bhagavan is in Aishwarya Bhava, he is known as Narayana. Is known as Narayana. Here is known as Krishna. Known as Krishna. This is Madhurya Bhava. Full sweetness. Revealing full sweetness. Here, full power. This is father in the office. This is father in the house. So father in the house becomes a elephant for the child. He will keep the baby on his top, on his back, and he will take him like a lion, like a elephant. But of his father, when the child goes to the office, he will behave like a big officer. So he will. The child cannot have his father as an elephant in the office. So house Krishna, house Bhagavan is different, and office Bhagavan is different. Just like our house father and office father, same father only, but when he is in office, he is completely with full power. He is showing his power at that moment. At that moment, we cannot go and have our nice sweet relationship. Only in his house, Krishna can have full sweet relationship with his devotees. So that is called Narayana in the spiritual realm, and this is Krishna in his Goloka Dhama. Okay, nice, no? Okay, now we finished so many questions, 10 questions. Next. So in this way, we learned all this one full page by this question and answer. Okay. And then I think this also we finish by going through a full page. We have that page. I'll open it and bring it to you here. I'll bring that page to you. Just a minute. So this is for this page. So this page we converted into questions like this. Anugatya dharma. And then this page we converted into these questions, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. And the next page we are going. Though Krishna is also full of all powers, by the influence of the sweetness, this is curtailed in Krishna. There is no equivalent example in the material world. In the material world, power predominates over sweetness. In the spiritual world, it is the opposite. In the spiritual world, sweetness is superior and stronger. O intimate devotees, you can understand this truth by once taking into your hearts the sweetness after meditating on the power of the Lord. Okay? Though Krishna is also full of all powers, by the influence of the sweetness, this is curtailed in Krishna. There is no equivalent example in the material world. In the material world, power predominates over sweetness. So in the spiritual world, it is the opposite. In the spiritual world, sweetness is superior and stronger. O intimate devotees, you can understand this truth by once taking into your heart the sweetness of meditating on the power of the Lord. So Krishna's sweetness, we can meditate because of the mercy from the Lord, the power of the Lord. So this is what they're saying. They are now speaking about the Madhurya Bhav of Krishna, not the Aishwarya Bhav. Though Krishna is also full of all powers, by the influence of the sweetness, this is curtailed in Krishna. What is curtailed in Krishna? The powers are the Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna. There is no equivalent example in the material world. In the material world, power predominates over sweetness. If somebody is powerful, then sweetness will not be there. Power predominates over sweetness. In the spiritual world, it is opposite. In the spiritual world, sweetness is superior and stronger. Oh, in the intimate devotees, you can understand this truth by once taking into your heart the sweetness of Krishna after meditating on the power of the Lord. So, how many points we should we have to learn from this page? We will learn that. So we will put it into question and answers. Whatever points, though Krishna is also full of power, also with full of powers, by the influence of the with full of powers, by the influence of the sweetness, this is curtailed. This is what is this is the Aishwarya. The Aishwarya Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna. Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna. Though Krishna is also okay. So how this Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna? This is the question. How this Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna? So this is our next question, question number 11. How Krishna's Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed? Though Krishna is also with full of powers, this is one point. By the influence of the sweetness of Krishna, the Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna. Okay? By the influence of the sweetness of Krishna, the Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna. By the influence of the sweetness of the Lord, you can put here Lord of the Lord. The Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna. There is no equivalent example in the material world. There is no equivalent example in the material world. In the material world, power predominates over sweetness. In the spiritual world, it is the opposite. In the spiritual world, sweetness is superior and stronger. Okay? So this point you can take. In spiritual world, this point we can write it in the same question. Curtailed in Krishna. In the spiritual world, this is next point. Next point in the same question. In the spiritual world, sweetness is superior and stronger. What sweetness? Sweetness is called madhurya. Madhura rasa. Madhurya. This madhurya bhav is superior and stronger. So we don't need to need all these questions, all these lines. So we have taken the main point here. O intimate devotees, you can understand this truth by once taking into your heart the sweetness after meditating on the power of the Lord. One can understand, devotees can understand this truth. Understand this truth by once taking into their hearts the sweetness of Krishna, the sweetness after meditating on the power of the Lord. The sweetness after meditating on the power of the Lord. So first they are meditating on the power of the Lord, and then they are meditating on the sweetness of the Lord. Then only devotees can understand this truth by once taking up into their hearts the sweetness after meditating on the power of the Lord. This point, how can I teach you? This is, first somebody is there meditating on the Aishwarya Bhava of the Lord. Then they will come to know about the Madhurya Bhava of Krishna, that is sweetness, sweet characters of Krishna. Then only we can understand how that power part is not at all so interesting. The sweetness part of Krishna is so much interesting. Okay? So like this, all this one question, all these answers comes. Though Krishna is also with full of all powers, how is, now the question is, how is this Aishwarya Bhava, how this Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna? Though Krishna is also with full of all also with full of all powers, by the influence of the sweetness of the Lord, the Aishwarya Bhava is curtailed in Krishna. So in Krishna, there will not be the power aspect. Krishna will not show himself as a very powerful entity. So, and spiritual word, Krishna's sweetness is superior and stronger. So, when can we understand this? Only when we meditate on Krishna or with his sweetness, then only we will understand. But if we meditate on the power of the Lord, then we cannot understand the sweetness of the Lord. Okay. So, for this one example, I will give you so that you can understand this very easily. This subject is very easy subject. Once, what happened? Radharani and Radharani's Gopi party, they were all standing near standing near a small, I think, Yamuna, near Yamuna. Or when we went and saw this place, there was no more Yamuna there, but the field was there. Okay. So at that time, what happened when Krishna told that that I am only Ram. So in previous birth I was Ram, and I was taking care of all the monkeys, and I was whatever stones the monkeys brought. The monkeys all wrote my name Ram, and those rocks, they were floating, and they became a bridge. And then in that bridge, I just walked with my group, and then we fought with Ravana, and then we killed Ravana. So like this, Krishna is boosting himself, saying that you see, Radharani, I'm such an important person. I am this, I am that. The Lord is telling that I am Lord, I am Lord, I am Lord. Please believe me. But Radharani and the gopis, they said, of course, we also hear this from our Ornamasi. That's okay. But if you are Ram, then why don't you do it? Why don't you prove yourself? If you are Ram, then you prove yourself that you are Ram. Then we will accept. Otherwise, how can we accept you as Ram, as a powerful Ram? How can we accept? So then Krishna wants to show his power, and he tried to show his power. He told the gopis, okay, then if you want to see my power, then you all bring the stones. I will write my name, and I will put that name, that rocks in Yamuna. They will all float, and from here to there. And now, when we go, we can see that place where there is a small temple this side, and then another temple 1 kilometer far away. In the middle, there is a field, big field is there. And Krishna has brought many stones, big stones, and he has put that stones in that, see, and in every stone, it's written Krishna, 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 Krishna. So now also we can go, and in Vrindavan, if you catch hold of some known devotees, they will show you this place. It's very difficult. It's in middle of some fields. It's difficult to go to that place. But if you manage to go inside the field, you can see these rocks today also. These rocks are there now also. So then Krishna is telling, I can put the stones inside with the name inside Yamuna, and they will float. And I can show you by walking on that bridge, I can show you my powers. So the gopis said, you are saying you are Ram. Then if you're saying you are Ram, then you call your monkey fellows, the monkeys. They will come and serve you. Why should we take this burden of lifting the rocks and giving to you? We can't do all these things. Better you do. You say that you are Ram. If you are Ram, then you have to prove yourself. So then Krishna thought, I have to show them my power. So immediately he called all the monkeys, and with the monkeys' help, he put all the stones inside Yamuna, writing his name, and all the stones became bridge. So from this side to another side, there's two temples now. This side is one temple, and the other side is another temple. So he is telling that let these two groups let this place, no, from this side to that side, I will walk and show you that I have built this bridge, and it is very strong. So you can also come. Like that, he's inviting the gopis, and he is going and showing that this is just like Ram. He has also made a bridge over Yamuna. So now he thought, now they will, the gopis will not say anything. The gopis will accept him. Like that, he's thinking. But when he told all these things to the gopis, so they said, of course, you may be Ram in previous lifetime. Of course, in this lifetime also you would have put all these stones here inside this Yamuna and try to walk and all these things. Okay. But one thing is for sure, that now you are not Ram. Now you are not Ram, and now you are not powerful. They're saying this particularly. And they say that we don't bother who we are. We know you only our small friend, Krishna. That's all we know. So Krishna was trying to boost himself, trying to tell so many things to make them believe. Again and again, he is begging them to accept him as Ram, powerful Ram, and all this. He is telling, I am so powerful, I am Ram. You just believe it. Now I have made this bridge for your sake. And I have walked around this bridge, and I am showing you that I am very powerful Ram. But then also you are not believing me. The gopi said, why should we believe you? What do we get by believing you? So they're asking like these questions. Krishna could not answer them. So the point is that gopis doesn't want him as Ram. The gopis doesn't want to accept him as an outsider. They want to accept Krishna as their own Krishna. So that's why they have treated him just like a friend, and whatever they will do with a friend, like that they have nicely ridiculed him. So this is what they could do. So this is a small story which will make us understand the position of Krishna in Goloka Vrindavana. There nobody, if anybody goes and says also, they will not believe. No. This boy is our boy. Maybe you have somebody else in your mind. Like that we will say. So this is the Aishwarya Bhav of Krishna. As Ram, Krishna is in Aishwarya Bhav. As Krishna, he is in Madhurya Bhava. So now you got the point, because that sweetness, the gopis are, approaching him not as Ram, but just as their friend Krishna. That's all. Okay. So they don't want anything more than that. So they're very particular that they will not give respect for Krishna, because if they give that kind of respect like a God, then they will lose their friendship with Krishna. No, that's why they don't want to lose Krishna's relationship with Krishna. So they are telling so many things. Krishna was trying to prove himself as a powerful king or Ram or something like that, but the girls never ever accepted that. Let you be Sri Ram. What's the problem? That was in previous yugas. What do you do? What are you going to do with that? You don't have nothing. We have nothing to do with your previous lives. They told and they went away. Krishna was baffled. So this is what happened with Krishna. Okay, next page we'll go. Just as the sunlight eclipses the light of the moon in a material world, when the taste of sweetness arises in the heart, the taste of the Lord's power no longer gives pleasure. As for this reason, Rupa Goswami says, Siddhantatastu abadde api sirisha Krishna sarupaya rase no krishyate Krishna rupam yesa rasa siti. Just as the sunlight eclipses the light of the moon in the material world, when the taste of sweetness arises in the heart, the taste of the Lord's power no longer gives pleasure. For this reason, Rupa Goswami says this sloka. Why the Lord's power is not so tasty as Krishna's sweetness? This is what they are trying to tell now. For that, they are giving an example. Sunlight eclipses the light of the moon in the material world. When the taste of sweetness arises in the heart, the taste of the Lord's power no longer gives a pleasure. Okay, they are giving an example of a sunlight eclipses the light of the moon. They are saying sunlight. They are comparing sunlight. They are comparing sunlight to Krishna. Eclipses the sunlight. They have just a minute. We'll make a workshop. Rupa Goswami. What Rupa Goswami says? Rupa Goswami says, this. So here Rupa Goswami says, what he says, just as the sunlight eclipses the light of the moon. Just as the sunlight. Sunlight is compared to power. The taste of the Lord's power no longer gives pleasure. No longer gives pleasure. The power eclipses the light of the moon. Okay. Sunlight is equal to, sunlight is compared to this Lord's power. Lord's power. Okay. Then eclipses the light of the moon. Eclipses the light of the moon. What is the light of the moon in the material world? We'll leave material world. What is the light of the moon compared to? The light of the moon is taste of sweetness. The taste of sweetness. The taste of sweetness arises in the heart. The taste of Lord's power no longer gives pleasure. The taste of Lord's power. The taste of Lord's power. That is the sunlight. This is compared to the sunlight. Eclipses, for which eclipses is no longer gives pleasure. No longer gives pleasure. Okay. That's all. These are the three comparisons. The light of the moon is the taste of sweetness arises in the heart. The taste of sweetness which is arising in the heart. Which arises in the heart. Okay. Sunlight, the taste of the Lord's power. This taste of Lord's power, eclipse. Eclipse means covers. We can say covers. Covers. Eclipse means covers the taste of sweetness which arises in the heart for Krishna. For Krishna. Okay. So now it's all very clear. Nice. Light of the moon. Okay. Though the forms of Vishnu and Krishna are non-different according to the statements of the scriptures, Krishna's form is shown to be superior because of his rasas, which are endowed with the highest type of prema. Though the forms of Vishnu and Krishna are non-different. So this point we have to write. The forms of Vishnu and Krishna are non-different according to the statements of scriptures. According to the statements of scripture. The forms of Vishnu and Krishna are non-different according to the statements of scriptures. Statement of scripture. So this point is very important. The forms of Vishnu and Krishna, both are same. And Krishna are non-different according to the statements of scripture. Okay. Krishna's form is shown to be superior because of his rasas, which are endowed with the highest type of prema. Krishna's form is shown to be superior because of his rasas. So this, how can we judge this? Because Krishna has got another name, beautiful name he has got. You know what is that name? Akila Rasamrita Murti. Akila Rasamrita Murti. Akila Rasamrita Murti. So we'll write here. Krishna is Akila Rasamrita Mrita. Akila Rasamrita Murti. Murti. Krishna's form. Okay, we'll remove this. Then only we'll get a proper picture in the Akila Rasamrita Murti. Akila Rasamrita Murti. Akila separate. Akila means only. Rasa Amrita is Krishna. Rasa Amrita. His Rasa. His Rasa Amrita. All the Rasa Amrita is there only with the Krishna Murti. Akila means only. Only Krishna. Only Krishna's form. We have this Rasa Amrita. All the rasas are available. All the sweet rasas are available. Rasamrita means all the sweet rasas. All the sweet rasas are available. With whom? With this Murti. Which Murti? Krishna. Krishna. Rasamrita, all the sweet. So now we'll put this. Akila, Rasamrita, Murti, all the sweet rasas. All the sweet rasas are available. With whom? All the sweet rasas are available with whom? With this Murti, which Akila, only person who has this all the sweet rasas. Who is that Murti? That Murti is Krishna. That Murti is Krishna. Okay. This is. All the sweet rasas are available. So this is something happened. Rupa Goswami says, sunlight, the taste of the Lord's power, eclipses covers, light of the moon, the taste of sweetness which arises in the heart of Krishna, in the heart for Krishna. So, if we are tasting Krishna's power aspect, then we cannot taste the aspect of sweetness of Krishna in our heart. This is what Rupa Goswami says. See, with the gopis, what happened? They did not want to taste that Krishna's power as Sri Ram. They don't want that. Otherwise, they will lose this taste of sweetness, no? So Krishna was begging them. You people, you see, no, I am Ram, no, you have to accept it, no. So like that, he was begging them. But they refused to accept Krishna as Ram. So they said, you may be Ram, previous lifetime, but we don't have anything to do with that. They openly they told, we don't have anything to do with your Ram post. Krishna was begging them actually. Nothing happened to them. They said that we are not ready to believe you. So in this way, Krishna got baffled. Okay. So the forms of this is one, we can put this as one question. Rupa Goswami says, this sunlight, this is 10th, 11th question you can put. This is 11th question and 12th. This is 12th question. So this is comparison. Okay. So these are the comparison. 13th question is, the form of Vishnu and Krishna are non-different according to the statements of Scripture. But Krishna's form is shown to be the superior, because of his rasa, which are endowed with the highest taste of prema. So, being a supreme lord, he was going and begging the gopis that you please believe, no, I am love. I was having a big fight with Ravan, and I, I made him to run away. All that the stories he's telling. But the girls were not believing him. They said, if that is also the case, what is the problem? Now you are only Krishna, no. So we don't have any problem with you being Ram or Narsinga or whatever it is in your previous life. That's not our problem, they said. So we see you today only as our Krishna. They don't want to come out of that sweetness, what they are enjoying with Krishna, no? That's a problem. Okay. Nice. This example is making us to understand very easily as how Krishna doesn't like this power and he likes to be in that Madhurya Bhav. That is why they could understand Krishna's sweetness. That is not there. It is very difficult. If we take this power aspect, he's God, he's this, he's that, then we cannot understand Krishna very nicely. Okay. So now here, Krishna is also called as Akila Rasamrita Murti. Akila means only Krishna. Only Akila Murti. Only Murti. Only Krishna form. Murti means Krishna's form, the form as Krishna. Form as Krishna. Okay. Form as Krishna. But other forms, don't have this rasa amruta. That is not there. That we also see how this that Kumbhakarna's who's her name? She comes, no? She comes and begs Lakshmana that she wants to marry Ram. She was only telling that she was loving Ram. That's all. Surpanaga. It's not a big thing. Those days, no, loving the Kshatriyas was allowed. Okay, the Kshatriyas, they will marry many women. If they say they love, then they will accept. But here, that Surpanaga came and asked Rama simply one thing: I love you. You just marry me. That's all. It's not a big, wrong thing. If she would have come and told Krishna, the matter would have been different. But there, she selected a wrong person. She went to the same dialogue she would have told to Krishna, means it would have been very nice. But she told this dialogue to Ram. That was the problem. So he's full of powerful, and he's taken Ekapatni Vrata, and She should have told this to Krishna. So that's why Surpanaga lost her nose and ears. I think Lakshmana cut her ears and he sent her away. So this is the problem. So that is why here we are calling Krishna's form as Akila Murti. Akila, only Krishna. Only Krishna can satisfy us with all his rasas, all his, that is why he is called Rasa Amrita. He has all rasas with him. That's why he's called Amrita, Amrita Murti. He has that Rasa Amrita. All kinds of Murti. Krishna says, you want to love me? You can love me in any rasa you want. I am ready. He says this. I'm ready for any rasa. Only thing you just love me and me only. Is very possessive. So he says, you love me and me only, nobody else. This is Krishna's greedy possessiveness that he wants as only for him. This is Akila Rasamrta Murti Krishna. So these are all, whatever we are talking today is very sweet about this Akila Rasamrta Murti. But if we are speaking about Ram, that sweetness is not coming there. We cannot behave like this to. We cannot behave like this to this Narsingadev or to Tirupati Venkatachalapati. We cannot go and tell like this. We can. Their father in office like that. We cannot be very free with them. So Krishna is father in the house. So just like the father becomes an elephant for the child in the house, he's very free with his devotees in his own house with sweet rasas. Rasas is feelings and emotion filled relationships. This is Krishna. So please never ever forget this word, Akila Rasamrita Murti. Fantastic word which Rupa Goswami is giving. Okay. Of course, in this book, this name has not come. We are taking it from Nectar of Devotion. Okay, next page. The very nature of his rasas shows Krishna's form to be superior. This is the conclusion what we should arrive to. This is the conclusion what we are arriving to. This is a conclusion. The very nature of his rasas shows Krishna's form to be superior. The nature of his rasas itself shows that Krishna is superior form. Krishna has a superior form. The very nature of his rasas shows Krishna's form to be superior. So now we understand Krishna's form is the superior form. And no Vishnu form, Narsingha form, and no other form is superior like Krishna's form. Because Krishna only has all the rasas. Krishna only has flute. Krishna only has beautiful friends. So 64 qualities are there only with Krishna, not with others. Okay. So that these truths will gradually become clear. These truths will gradually become clear. Here, what needs to be understood is that Bhakti's chief characteristic is favorable cultivation of service to Krishna. What was stated in this verse has been proved here. The secondary characteristics of Bhakti, absence of other desires. So now so BRS, this has to come in the previous page. This is the highest type of prema. The very nature of his rasas rasa shows Krishna's form to be superior. Okay. Now we finished all this. Now we are going to the next page. These truths will gradually become clear. Slowly, slowly, all this will become clear for us. Now, maybe this is like a lesson we are studying, huh? But slowly, slowly, we will understand very nicely. Gradually, we'll understand these truths. That Krishna is very sweet, very darling, such a good darling of the gopis. Can you see that he is a darling of the gopis? Now I'll make this picture big. Then you will understand how sweet Krishna is for his gopis. See. So the gopis are dressing him, and one gopi is putting a nice flower on his hair, on his head, and another gopi is dressing him with flower flower bracelet and flower anklets. Nice, no? So Krishna is in their hands. Krishna is like a puppet. Krishna wants all their love. Krishna wants each one's love. Krishna wants full love for him only. So this is what is Krishna. Okay, the sweet Krishna. Gradually we can understand his sweetness. Now we are seeing him as a God with power. So that is why we are not able to relish Krishna much. But this Krishna, the sweet Krishna, if we have association with devotees who are having the same feelings, that is, not in Aishwarya Rasa, in Madhurya Rasa, in Madhurya Bhav, if they are connected with Krishna, only with Krishna's form, when we associate with them, then naturally the feelings of them will just catch hold of us, just like a fever. It's very easy to get this fever. So we have to only associate with people who has this fever. That's it. It's very easy. So then we will also get this Madhurya Bhav fever, not Aishwarya Bhav. So then we will also call Krishna as Akila Rasamrita Murti. So we will be attracted to Krishna's form, not to any other form. Okay. Now we are going for the next page. The two secondary features of pure bhakti are absence of other desires and lack of obstructions from jnana or karma. In explaining the meaning of the words, Vishnu Bhakti Pravakshyami Yaya Sarvam Evapyate Garuda Purana, the secondary characteristics of bhakti are discussed. The verse means, by the bhakti which I will explain, the jiva will attain all things. Desire for attaining things is called abhilashita. So, anyabhilashita sunyam. Anya abhilashita. Anya means other, abhilashita, desires. Should be sunyam. No abhilasha. Desire for attaining things, attaining simple things, they are called abhilashita. Desires. Okay. Anyabhilashita sunyam. Jnana karmadi anavritam. So, jnana karma, they are not telling sunyam. Jnana and karma, we can mix anavritam. We can mix a little anavritam, not sunyam. Other desires other than Krishna is sunyam. It should be sunyam. It should be zero. But if we get this anya abhilashita sunyam, jnana karma dhyanavritam, jnana and karma we can mix in bhakti. How much? To the extent that it will help bhakti. To the extent it will help the bhakti yoga. So we are all mixing jnana yoga and karma yoga in our day-to-day life, bhakti yoga. How? We are maintaining our body. That is some varnashrama dharmas. We are taking bath. We are going out for earning, purpose. All this is Karma Yoga and Varnashrama. All that we are mixing. But they also become pure when we add them to the extent that to the extent that it will never ever become an obstacle for our devotion. So the 64 angas to support our body and mind and intelligence to do all the 64 angas, we need to take care of this body, no? So for which we are following some karma yoga and jnana. We are studying all this, no? Studying, but not other scripture, other things, but we are studying the bhakti scriptures. Okay. So the two secondary features of pure bhakti are absence of other desires and lack of abstraction from jnana or karma. In explaining the meaning of the verse Vishnu Bhakti Pravakshyami Yaya Sarvam Eva Pyate Garuda Purana, the secondary characteristics of bhakti are discussed. The verse means by the bhakti which I will explain, the jiva will attain all things. Desire for attaining things is called abhilashita. Okay? Okay. The two secondary features of pure bhakti. Secondary features. Do you remember? Before 4-5 classes, we saw the primary aspect, Tatastha Lakshana, and then primary aspect of this Anyabhilasha Sunya, and secondary aspect, no? Tatastha and Swarup Lakshana and Tatastha Lakshana. Now only we are coming to the Tatastha Lakshana. All this time we were with Swarup Lakshana. So this is the Tatastha Lakshana has come here. So the two secondary features of pure bhakti. This is, just a minute, I will put it as Tatastha. The secondary qualities, two secondary qualities of Anyabhilasha Sunyana. The two secondary features of pure bhakti. What are the two secondary features? Two secondary features. The two secondary features of pure bhakti. Secondary features are, okay, this can be also called as Tatastha Lakshana. Tatastha Lakshana. 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 Tatastha Lakshana. First we finished Swarup Lakshana. Do you remember 4-5 classes before we finished this Swarup Lakshana? So the two secondary features of pure bhakti, Tatastha Lakshana. What are they? Are absence of one is absence of other desires, Anyabhilashita Sunya. Beginning Tatastha Lakshana will come, and then Anyabhilashita, absence of other desires, and then lack of obstruction from jnana or karma. Okay? In explaining the meaning of the verse, Vishnu Bhakti Pravakshyami Yaya Sarvam Eva Pyate Garuda Purana, the secondary characteristics of bhakti are discussed. The verse means, so we can take out all these things, and then what it means. The verse means, by the bhakti which I will explain, that jiva will attain all things. Desire for attaining things is called abhilashita. So anya abhilashita sunya. Can we write down that lines? Then only we will understand. Anya, come on, we'll write. Anya abhilashita sunya. Sunya, jnana, karma, adi. Adi means etc. Jnana, karma, adi. Jnana yoga, karma yoga, and adi means etc. Varnashrama, something like that. Adi, anavritam. 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 Not sunyam. It's anavritam. Okay. Anya Vilashita Sunya Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. These are the two lines. Then Anukulena Krishna Anusilanam Bhakti Ruttama is the Tatasya Lakshana. That is Swarup Lakshana. That is the main features. Main two features. That we finished before. Now we are only seeing the secondary features. Anya Abhilashita Sunyam is a first one. First. Second is Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. Okay. Now, so the meaning is absence of other desires. So I think this also, okay, better I will put it like this. It will be easy for you. I'll put it like this. Anya Abhilashita Sunya is equal to absence of other desires. Okay. Now it's easy, both the things came inside. Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. Cut down. And we'll paste here. This is equal to lack of obstruction from jnana or karma and adi. They are giving jnana or karma. Adi also we can put. Adi means etc. Lack of obstruction from jnana or karma. So, how much ever jnana yoga or karma yoga, little bit what we are mixing in our bhakti yoga, that will not obstruct our bhakti yoga. That will not become a big obstacle for our bhakti. Okay. So if we mix also, that will not stop our devotion. Like mainly our chanting and all other things. 64 angas what we are practicing every day. Now this hearing. This hearing is coming in the 64 angas. Hearing, chanting, remembering, all these are coming in 64 angas of bhakti. Particularly Navaveda Bhakti is very important, Navaveda Bhakti. So because of our everyday works, we are not foregoing this studying, chanting, and remembering Krishna. That means those things are not obstructing our bhakti. Lack of obstruction from jnana or karma. So whatever we are practicing in the day-to-day life, that jnana yoga, that karma yoga are not becoming an obstacle for our devotion. Okay. So we are able to do our devotional services nicely. These are all direct devotional activities. These 64 angas of bhakti, they are all direct services. And all other things, they are all called Sangha Siddha Bhakti. This is called Swarup Siddha Bhakti. This and all we finished before, but every now and then I am teaching you again and again because I want to remember it again and again. So Swarup Siddha Bhakti means direct Bhakti. Those are 64 angas of Bhakti. Then Sangha Siddha Bhakti is that whatever is helping us to take care of our body, because with the body only we are able to do our devotional activities. For that, we need our body to be maintained. For that, we earn some money or something we are doing. All that is a part of a little jnana yoga, a little karma yoga. We are accepting to maintain ourselves, to maintain this body. Because with the body only we are able to do our devotional activities. So that is called Sangha Siddha Bhakti. In another example is that we are taking bath. That is directly not coming in 64 angas of Bhakti. So taking bath is an activity in Varnashrama Dharma. Okay. So then that becomes a Sangha Siddha Bhakti. Sangha Siddha means it is helping to do our devotional service. So that is also called a bhakti, but it is helping bhakti. It's not directly bhakti. Okay. So these things now we understood. The words means by the bhakti which I will explain, the jiva will attain all things. So by everything now what the words means, Anya Abhilashita Sunya, that verse means, what does it mean? It means, at last the verse means, at last the verse means, what does the verse means? The verse means, just a minute. At last the verse means, what is the final conclusion they're giving? By the bhakti, which I will explain, the jiva will attain all things. This is what. Okay. This is the conclusion. At last the verse means, or the conclusion is, or the conclusion or the conclusion of this verse is by this bhakti. What bhakti? Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling, by this Shuddha Bhakti, which I will explain now. Please, devotees, never ever think that by doing Shuddha Bhakti, I will lose this, I will lose my family life, I will lose this, I will lose that. Never ever think like that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving us all promise that by this kind of bhakti, what I am explaining, that kind of bhakti, if you take, you will attain everything. You will attain everything in this material world, whatever you need, and you will attain Krishna. And you will attain his relationship. You will attain rasa with Krishna. You will attain this Aishwarya Bhav, Madhurya Bhava. So by the particular variety of bhakti, what I am explaining, no? If you jivas, you take this kind of bhakti, you will attain everything. This is the promise which Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving us. Okay? Desire for attaining things is called Abhilashita. So this Abhilashita word is used here. Okay, desire. Abhilashita means, so we can put Abhilashita means, this is, we are just giving the meaning of Abhilashita. Meaning of Abhilashita. Jiva will attain all things, means whatever Abhilasha we have, everything will be actually, see, first they are saying Anya Abhilashita Sunya, then we become scared. Oh my God, I should not have any desire. Everything should be, I should leave everything. I cannot have any other desire other than Krishna. But again, for this here, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is promising us, you will attain everything. If you take up the kind of bhakti what I am explaining, then you will attain all your abhilashitas will be fulfilled. All your desires will be fulfilled. How? You will not only then, we will now write down, okay, by the bhakti which I will explain, the jiva will attain all things. All things. Now we will write what are all the all things. What are all the things which jiva will attain by practicing that bhakti which I explained. Which I explained. What are all the things which jiva will attain? Which a jiva will attain? Which a jiva will attain by practicing that bhakti which Rupa Goswami and Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains. Vinod Thakur explains. Explains. This is the question. Okay. What are all the things? This is a big question. It's a fantastic question. If we get the answers for this 13th question. This is 14th question. This is 14th question. Then this is 15th question. 15th question. What are all the things which a jiva attain by practicing that bhakti which Rupa Goswami and Bhakti Vinod Thakur explains? That is Suddha Bhakti. Which a jiva attain by practicing that bhakti. Which bhakti? Suddha Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti. Okay. So, what can you all give me one point? I will write down immediately. Number 1. So, can we go for the next page for this? It's because we'll write many things, no? Okay, we'll start writing. We will attain Bhagavan. We will attain Bhagavan, and we'll attain Bhagavan next. Bhagavan in his Krishna form. That is very important. That means we will attain our relationship with, which means we will attain a relationship with Krishna, who is known as what? Akila Rasamrita Murti. Akila Rasamrita Murti. Rasamrita Murti is known as Akila Rasamrita Murti. Okay. Known as Akila Rasamrita Murti. That means we will attain a relationship with Krishna, who is known as Akila Rasamrita Murti. Which means, what? Which means? Which means we will attain what? Madhurya Mava with Krishna, and not Aishwarya Bhava, not Aishwarya Bhava. In some other form of Bhagavan. Okay. So what more we want? Huh? So, but we get many things. So that also we have to write. So what I will do, I will go to another page. Here in this page, I'll remove all these things. The 14th question, I will remove everything. The 15th question we will put. We'll write many points at that. What are all we will get? By doing pure bhakti, we will attain Bhagavan. We will attain Bhagavan in his Krishna form. That means we will attain a relationship with Krishna, who is known as Akhila Rasamrita Murti, which means we will attain Madhurya Bhava with Krishna and not Aishwarya Bhava in some other form of Bhagavan. Okay? So these are the things today we study. No? We remember all that what we studied today, all those points came. Whatever we are writing here is there in this picture. In this simple picture, everything is there. Already these gopis have attained Krishna. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing in one of his songs. He's writing, who are the gopis? Who is Krishna? And he's writing in that song, Krishna is the playing doll in the hands of Radharani's maidservants. It's so wonderful. Why our acharyas are recommending us to take up the Manjari Bhav and to become Manjaris? Because of this. Krishna is a playing doll in the hands of the Manjaris, who are the maidservants of Radharani. They are not asking us, recommending us to become gopis. No, they are not asking us to become the Sakhis of Krishna, Radharani, or not that post. They're saying, if you want to become a gopi, then you become a Manjari gopi. Servant of Lalita Sakhi and Radharani. So by serving them, Krishna becomes a playing doll in the hands of those Manjaris who are Radharani's maid servants. Now, can you see that? Can you see that? So, whatever they say, Krishna will listen. This is Krishna. Who is Krishna? Krishna is a puppet in the hands of the Manjaris, the maid servants of Radharani. This is his post there. This is rasa. This is sweetness. All this sweetness we cannot find with Sri Ram or some other form of Krishna. So this is the 15th one. Okay. 15th. So, which means we will attain Madhurya Bhava with Krishna and not Aishwarya Bhava in some other form of Bhagavan. Okay. Next. Don't confuse this Madhurya Bhava to this Madhurya Rasa. Because we have 4 rasas for Krishna. This is Aishwarya Bhava and Madhurya Bhava. Okay. So we are speaking about this now, today. Next. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling that we will get everything. That means what? What we will get everything. By the bhakti which I will explain, the jiva will attain all things. What is at all things? I'll remove this. All things. So we have to write here. By bhakti, that means by bhakti what all we get? By performing sadhana bhakti. Bhakti is in 3 types. Do you know? This bhakti, by performing sadhana bhakti, we will attain what? Number 1. Okay, I'll put A. What is that? A. Kleshagni. Then B. Subhada. Subhada, Subhada, Subhada. So these are very, very important things. Kleshagni, we will attain Kleshagni Subhada. Okay. So from Sadhana Bhakti, we will attain Kleshagni Subhada. Subhada, Kleshagni Subhada. Subhada, from Subhada, there are four different variety of Subhada is there. Jagat Prinan, Jagada Manurakta, Sadguna, Sukha Sadguna. Sukha Sadguna. We will make it black. Because these four qualities, if we write, no, then we will know what all we are getting by bhakti. Then we will understand, oh my God, bhakti will give everything. But on the beginning, they're saying you should not desire anything. But afterwards, they're saying you will get everything. So they say this is one kind of bhakti which we are recommending. You take that kind of bhakti. What is that bhakti? No mixed bhakti. It is called pure bhakti. Okay. So now we'll put the Jagat Prinan. Sorry. Jagat Prinan. Jagat Prinan. What is that Jagat Prinan? Jagat Prinan means he loves everybody. Jagat Prinan. Jagada Manurakta. That is another. We will get a nice character that we will love everybody all over the world. Everybody, we will love everybody. This is very nice, no? We become, we love everybody. This is such a wonderful thing. If we don't love somebody, well, what will happen? We will have grudge in our heart and so many other things and offense and this and that. Then what will happen? We cannot become happy. If we love everybody, we will be very happy. Jagat Pranan, Jagadam, Jagadam, Anurakta, Jagadam Anurakta. This is all the people all over the world will love us. A devotee in pure devotion, he will be loved by everybody in this material world. Why? Because he has pure devotion. So he is a pure devotee. Pure devotee means one who has pure devotion. He will have in the sadhana bhakti when he is performing, there only he will get these two qualities, Kleshagni and Subhada. So Jagada Manurakta. Then one Kleshagni also, no. So actually we should have brought it down, this Subhada. Anyway. Then one is okay, Sukha. What kind of Sukha? What are the kind of Sukhas? He will get Sukha from Bhukti, Sukha from Mukti, Sukha from Bhakti. All the Sukhas he will get. It's all benediction is given. Okay. So all the Sukha he will get. The pure devotee, once he starts sadhana bhakti, whatever he desires will happen. So he will get, particularly he is interested for bhakti sukha. Okay. So only when he is maintained properly, he can do bhakti. No, so everything is dependent on bhakti. So that sukha, everything is dependent on bhakti sukha. Okay. Then sadguna. Sadguna means it's got all good qualities what Krishna is having. Sadguna. Because he is always thinking about Krishna. He has got all good qualities of Krishna. Sadguna. All this devotee, in sadhana bhakti, he is attaining all this. Kleshagni means, oh, I made a mistake. Kleshagni means, just a minute, let me, because Kleshagni, we did not write it down, so the problem came. Sadguna, Jagadamanoratta, Jagat Prinan, we'll bring it here. Sukha, Sadguna, Jagat Prinan. Okay. So Kleshagni, Subhada. So Kleshagni, what is that Kleshagni? Kleshagni is destruction of sufferings. Sufferings. Destruction of sufferings. All his suffering is destroyed. So nice, no? This is very nice. All his sufferings, this is mukti. All sufferings gone. So in Anishta stage itself, his suffering is gone. Everything, he will get mukti, he will get bhakti, he will get bhukti. This is sadguna, sukha, everything is bhukti and mukti, and all the, when you are loved by all the people all over the world, how will you feel? How will you feel? You feel so nice. Oh, this is Vaikunta, you will say. Because what more is there in this material world? Love is the biggest thing. You experience that? When somebody loves you and somebody you love, you feel very, very nice. This is what is life, you will think. So this Jagat Prinan Jagadam Anurakta, when we love Krishna, we will start loving all the jivas. This is the natural thing which will happen in everybody's heart. And then what we'll get? This is okay, 5. Now, next is sixth. Sixth point is, by performing Bhava Bhakti, what are all the extra features we'll get? What we'll get? We will attain what? Moksha. Those two also, Kleshagni, Subhada also will get. We will attain. We'll attain extra two things. Extra two things. Two qualities. Extra. We'll attain two extra qualities. We'll attain two extra qualities. What are the two extra qualities? Two extra qualities. What are the two extra qualities? Is Moksha Laguta Kriti. Moksha Laguta Kriti. Laguta Kriti. Kriti. Moksha Laguta Kriti. What does it mean? Mokshalagita Kriti means let me save this. Mokshalagita Kriti means they don't yeah, they don't give importance for this. Okay. Even mukti is insignificant. Insignificant. Even mukti becomes insignificant for that devotee. For that devotee. Okay. Next. Moksha Lagita Kriti. Sudurlabha. Durlabha. He has attained the rarest. He has attained the rarest. Okay. Just a minute. I'll just let me. Sudurlabha. He has attained the rarest. So he has become the rarest person. He has become the rarest person. He has become the rarest. He has attained the rarest, so he has become the rarest. Okay, so many things we are getting by just by doing pure devotional service. Okay, now we will make this little smaller, and then because we have to write some more points. Jagatpranan Jagada Manoratha. Then Satguna Sukha. Okay. Next, seventh, what we will attain? Seventh question. 7. 7, by performing Bhakti, then by performing Prema Bhakti, by performing Prema Bhakti, what we will attain? We will attain two things. Sandrananda Visheshatma. This is more than this. Nothing in this world is there. Sandrananda Vishesha Atma. Vishesha Atma. Vishesha Atma means, what does it mean? Sandrananda. You just put all Ananda in a kadai and make it thick, just like a milk boiled to make a goa, like that. No, Sandrananda means it is condensed Ananda, because he has attained condensed Ananda. We are all longing for this, no? Condensed Ananda. He is known as Visheshatma. Now he is Visheshatma. That's regular Rasamurtamurti. Can we remove this? Can make it small. Letters. Rasamurtamurti. Because we don't have place, no? We are doing all these things. Akila Rasamurta Murti. Okay, I'll make it afterwards. I'll make it nicely and give you. Now let us finish this, because we need only little bit to be done. This Subhada is giving us so trouble. Jagat Prinan. I'll make it afterwards nicely and I will send it to you. Now you please don't bother. It's not so nice. Just because it takes time now. Okay. So 7. Sandrananda Visheshatma, because he has attained condensed Ananda, he is known as what? Visheshatma. He is known as Vishesha Atma. He is known as now Visheshatma. So Visheshatma, there is no place. So we will copy paste. Next, one more we have. B Visheshatma. Okay, now next we have last and the best one. That is Krishna Akarshini. Krishna Akarshini. This is the last thing what we can get. Krishna Akarshini. Krishna Akarshini is equal to, what is this Krishna Akarshini? Completely attracting Krishna. For us. What more we want? Akarshanam. Akarshanam means complete attraction, completely attracting Krishna to us. Krishna Akarshan. Completely attracting Krishna for us. Krishna Akarshan. Krishna is completely, Krishna becomes, Krishna becomes the belonging, becomes the property or belonging property of the devotee, of that devotee. Krishna becomes a property of the devotee. That's all. Okay. So Krishna becomes the completely attracting Krishna for us. Krishna becomes a property of the devotee. That's all. That's all. We own Krishna. We are at last by this bhakti, we can own Krishna himself for us. Okay. Finished. So all these items we are getting. What are all the things which a jiva attain? So we can make this a little smaller. So we can bring. Yeah. What are all the things which a jiva attain by practicing that bhakti, that Suddha Bhakti? We can take this. What that Suddha Bhakti, which Rupa Goswami and Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains. We will attain Bhagavan. We will attain Bhagavan is Krishna form. That means we will attain a relationship with Krishna who is known as Akila Rasamrta Murti, which means we will attain Madhurya Bhava with Krishna, not Aishwarya Bhava. Not Aishwarya Bhava in some other form of Bhagavan. And not Aishwarya Bhava in some other form of Bhagavan. Not Aishwarya Bhava with other forms. With other forms. Aishwarya Bhava with other forms. With other form. Or I will leave it. Not Aishwarya Bhava. Okay. By performing sadhana bhakti, we will attain kleshagni. Kleshagni is the destruction of sufferings, and subhada is we have 4 qualities. We attain 4 qualities. That is subhada. So that is this Jagat Prinan, Jagada Manurakta, Sukha, then Sadguna. That's all. Okay. So like this, we get that 4 qualities of Subhada. Next, 6th, we are by performing Bhava Bhakti, we will attain. See, Bhakti we get sadhana Bhakti, and then Bhava Bhakti we get 2 extra qualities. By performing Prema Bhakti, we will attain 2 more extra qualities. 2 more. That means we will get all these 6 qualities will be there in Prema Bhakti. 2 more extra qualities. Okay. So Sandrananda Visheshatma, then Krishna Akarshini, completely attracting Krishna for us. Because he has attained condensed Ananda, he has attained condensed Ananda and is known as condensed Ananda and is known as Visheshatma. Vishesha Atma. So then last comes Krishna Akarshane. So completely attracting Krishna for us. Krishna becomes a property of the devotee. At last, by this bhakti, by performing this bhakti, by performing this, performing, performing, mean this bhakti, this Shuddha bhakti, or this pure bhakti, we can own Krishna himself for us. What more is there in this world to attain? So this is what is our Krishna. Okay. So we have learned so many things today. Our time and all flies like anything. Oh, I don't know why this time is flying like this. So anyway, we could do only this much today. Tomorrow we will see all these things. Okay. So these things are also very, very tasty. This is only 4 chapters are there in this book, but we are going very slow. But what to do? To understand, we have to go slowly only. Otherwise, no, we will not understand. Tomorrow, when you take up these materials of this book, you can preach to anybody, and any time in your life, you will never forget. So that is why we are slowly going. Okay, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for being very patient with me, writing so many times. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpadarupesha kripa sindhupye eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavi